Hey guys, and welcome to my university evening routine. So as you can tell, we're starting this after 5 p.m, which is probably the latest that I will finish a day at uni. So I will have a practical that maybe lasts until 5, but I don't usually have anything later than that, which is quite nice. So I'll get back and I'll basically dump my stuff and hang it all up so it's all nicely organised. I don't know, but I just can't leave my stuff in my bag when I get back to my room. I always have to organise it and remove stuff from my bag, otherwise it just feels as if I'm not settled back into my room. So yeah, that's just a little habit that I've gotten into, and I will basically take off my shoes and shove on my fluffy socks to keep my feet warm, which are actually really cozy. And then as you can see, I'm just unpacking my bag, getting out all my folders and putting them back where they belong on my shelves. And then I will basically take my hair out because I really like to be comfy when I get back. If it's been in a ponytail all day, it might be hurting my head. So yes, Holly will always have her hair in a bun, and if you've watched my videos you will know that, and I don't really care what I look like when I'm in my room and nobody else is there. So after a lab, I always feel quite dehydrated because we're not allowed to eat or drink obviously during a practical, so I will get myself some water and drink at least one full mason jar. I will then obviously get a snack because I'm pretty hungry. So today I was just making some salad bits, so celery, cucumber. I had some raw mushrooms, which I love. I know some of you think that's weird to eat raw mushrooms, but I love them. Also some tomatoes, and I really like to have salad as a snack because it's super quick to just chop up some cucumber and celery and whatever you like, and it's so hydrating. I will then also make myself some rye bread. This then makes it a lot more filling because salad on its own will definitely not satisfy me, especially after a long day. So then I get this rye bread from Aldi, and the tomato paste is also from Aldi. Can you tell where I shop? And I just spread it on top. I'm using a sharp knife, don't judge me. It's university life, people. We want to save washing up. Anyway, I will then sit down with my snack and basically do some admin work when I first get back usually. Facebook never goes quiet during term time, and I always come back to a load of emails as well. So if I'm feeling pretty brain dead, which I am usually after a lab, then the easiest thing for me to do is fill out my diary with any extra things that have come in, extra dates, extra events, deadlines, stuff like that. I will reply to some emails, reply to some messages on Facebook, and I will also take the time to maybe reply to some comments on my YouTube. With the time that I have, I do try to read your comments and reply to some of them because often you guys have shared some of your stories and your experiences, or you've just commented down some really positive things, and it's just nice to take the time to read all that stuff, and it really gives you a little boost at 5 p.m. in the day. I'll then start to do work. So sometimes after a practical, if I am completely lost, then I might look through that, but today it was fine. So I decided instead to get my neuro folder out for neurobiology, and I decided to consolidate some lecture notes. So this lecture series was about motivation and emotion. It's where our neurobiology course starts to become a bit more psychology based. I have never really done psychology, so sometimes I can get a bit lost, and hence I like to go over the notes and make sure that I understood everything. It was incredibly interesting, don't get me wrong, but as someone who has never done psychology, often you need to go back to the basics and just ground your understanding before you build on more complex concepts, I suppose. We are obviously in a lecture with other psychology students who know a lot more about psychology than us Natskis most of the time, so I just like to get myself up to speed, and then I will update my massive to-do list. If you saw there, that has literally all the work that I was going to do throughout the term, not that day, don't worry. I will then close my curtains, or struggle sometimes. Okay, so I did about an hour and a half to 2 hours worth of work, and then I basically got changed into some active wear. Usually in the evenings I will either have dance, but today I didn't. It was not a dance day, we didn't have any rehearsals or anything, so I decided to go to the gym instead. We have a gym in college, and I really do enjoy moving my body every day. If I've been sitting down and doing a load of work, then all I want to do is get up and move my body around and sweat a bit. So I will head down to the gym, which literally takes me a minute to walk there, which is amazing. And then this is our little college gym. It's not really that big at all, but it's got a lot of facilities and I think it's great for what I want to use a gym for anyway. I will basically do some cardio stuff, some strength training, so I kind of start on the cross trainer. At the moment it's been really helping me to strengthen my hamstring as it's just coming to the final stages of repairing itself. And obviously, as I've told you guys before, my favourite thing about a cross trainer is when you can do it on one leg and swing yourself around. I mean, if you haven't tried this on a cross trainer, please do it because it will literally make you feel super happy. So I do recommend trying that. So yeah, I will use one of the mats in the gym. Today it was actually really empty, nobody was there, which was quite unusual. And so yes, I'm just doing some different exercises on the mats. I've never actually done a full gym workout routine, and I mean, if you guys would be interested in seeing what I do in the gym or a workout routine, definitely like this video and comment down below because I would be really up for doing one of those videos, I suppose. I will obviously stretch out my hamstrings, there we go, doing downward dog, a little bit of a yoga flow, and then I will use some of the equipment. I mean, I'm not that great with the equipment. I kind of look at it and I'm like, I don't really know what I can do with that, but I know that I can do some ab exercises on that bar thing, I don't know what it's called. Then I can do some squats, which are quite fun with this ball. And then yes, this is me doing some squats and doing your hair because that is like multitasking on a new level in the gym. I do have a full workout cool down routine on my channel, which is kind of dance inspired and yoga inspired as well, so I will leave a link to that in the description box if you're interested in seeing how I cool down in the gym. I like to stretch out my muscles as well because I don't like to tighten up. So we don't want to be one-legged dancers, and I will do right and left leg splits, even though left is my weaker leg at the moment because of my injury. I'll then do box as well and stretch out that way because we like to be flexible in all directions, people. I don't have flat turnout and I'm not naturally extremely flexible, so I do have to work to keep my splits. This bun is so sexy. It just gets looser and looser until it's wobbling around like this on my head. Good time in the gym, now it's time to eat a lot of food. As soon as I get back from the gym, I will change out of my sweaty clothes and go to the kitchen. What's on the worktop this time? People don't know what a cloth is. If you yourself share a kitchen, then I really hope that you clean up the mess afterwards. I mean, I do have quite a lot of fun spraying the worktops, as you can clearly see. I get far too excited. My favourite thing, the cleaning spray. Even though my mum probably won't agree with me on this one, or she won't believe me, I do wipe the tops every day and I like to keep things really, really clean. The first thing that I will do when I go into the kitchen is wipe down the surfaces thoroughly every single time, I assure you. And today I've got the towel that I usually wipe my hands on because now they're just dripping wet. So there is one in the kitchen that we can use, and today it looked fairly clean, which is quite a rarity. Usually it's caked with food and I don't know what, so I used that today, and then I basically got my own one and brought in the stuff that I needed. So today I was really feeling potatoes, and that's really great because I was going to show you guys how I make these microwave chips. If you don't have an oven at university, then these things are honestly amazing. Hey. Every day when I make food, I also FaceTime home and speak to everyone there, which is always nice, and most of the time I time it so that I'm calling them just as they're about to sit down and eat their food. I do it every single time.
And now I've got the knife jammed in this. Matthew, can't push this
Yeah,
down.
I've got a knife jammed as well.
What?
I've got this knife jammed in this potato, look! This is harder than your one, I bet.
Well.
Oh, hi, Matthew.
When you press and breathe.
Have you still not done it? Hey, Ollie.
So when I make my chips, I usually do one normal white potato and a sweet potato, and basically what you need to do is just chop them up into chip shapes. If you don't think these look like chips, some people say they look like wedges. I don't know, they're just potatoes done in a microwave, people, which I like to call chips. And this is this new knife cutter that my mum got, and she thought it was quite appropriate. Hey, Burley! Burley!
Want to see his face?
Yeah, I want to see his face. Burley, oh hey! does he see me? Really? Hi, Really. He's trying to find me. Look, he's trying to find me. Star hates the camera, doesn't she? Oh, hey, Star. Hey, puppies. Look at me. Put the camera down a bit, Mum.
That's right. Oh, look.
Oh, they're kissing. Do you not wear a top when you're at home, no?
Away beast. Away.
How rude. Hello. Hello, Yayas. Hi. And just when you thought you'd seen the whole family at home. Oh, Milka, we've got the third one on camera now. Hi. Hello. She doesn't look very happy, does she? Hi, Minnie Milka, do you miss me? Star and my cats at home must think we are literally crazy people. We shove cameras and phones in their face and we're just trying to say hello to them. They're probably thinking, what is wrong with these humans?
Excuse me. Really? Start to eat the potatoes.
But anyway, so basically I then shove my chips or wedges on a plate and you put them in the microwave. I then do them for about 10 minutes. I also always do my chips on the highest power on the microwave. And a disclaimer about microwave radiation, there is nothing wrong with it. It doesn't do anything to your food. It's not a mutagen, it's not a carcinogen. There is no scientific evidence proving a causative link between using microwaves and any detrimental health effects like cancer, for example. So there is nothing you need to be worried about there. You can try looking for evidence in scientific articles, but I've looked there and you won't find anything. I basically then chopped up a load of veg, so I had spinach, I had cabbage, leeks, carrots, parsnips, I also did some kidney beans as well, and then basically whilst I was waiting for all my food to do, I did my washing up, which is usually everything that I've used throughout the day, and I tend to save it for one evening when I just do it in one big batch. Oh wait, I think the pan's boiling over, wait. Wait, the pan, it's gonna spin. Whoa. When I'm making my food, I will also often make the pan spill over or almost spill over nearly every time, and that always happens on FaceTime. But yeah, so after the chips have done for 10 minutes, I will then get them out and add a load of spices, so like turmeric, paprika, basil, oregano, whatever I have in my cupboard. That's hot. Don't worry, I'm just talking to myself. So the chips will then do for about another 5 minutes until they're nice and soft, and then I will just basically load up my plate. Beans, seeds, sauerkraut, and the finishing drizzle, tahini. And there you have it, my loaded plate of food. This is honestly one of my favourite combinations: chips, beans, seeds, tahini and veg. Oh, it's just so good. And of course the sauerkraut. Shout out to all my Polish subscribers. Kapusta is the make of sauerkraut that I get, and you guys always tell me that it's from Poland. Anyway, I also like to take a picture of my food, and I will sometimes put it on my Instagram story pinned to my profile, which has lots of meal ideas on it, so you can check out the full recipe there. It will also be in the description box as well. The chips are so easy. It's literally not difficult at all, and it's a lifesaver when you don't have an oven at uni, so I really highly recommend you try it. So after I finished my food, and I did a little bit of work after my dinner as well, so it was then 10 o'clock, I then basically washed up my plate and stuff, and then I tidied my room a bit. And basically the last thing I did before I went to bed was have a shower. I always have showers in the evening. I don't have them in the morning. I don't know why, I've just done that my whole entire life. And then basically I've done this as well my whole entire life. I've basically had milk before I go to bed, but obviously I used to have cow's milk before I went vegan, and now I have all different plant milk. So today I had this almond milk from Aldi. Literally, Aldi have had the biggest shout out in this video because everything that I'm using is basically from Aldi. And basically the final thing I would do is obviously brush my teeth and then set my alarm. So I tend to set an alarm on my iPhone and my iPod. Because today I was in bed at 10:30, I set my alarm for 6:30. Obviously if I go to bed later, then I will set it later as well in the morning. So if I go to bed at say 11, I will set it for 7, so I always try and get 8 hours sleep. I then put on some Vaseline, which I've almost finished, and I coat my lips with so much Vaseline, I don't even know why, but I'm going to get a cruelty-free and vegan one next time. This is the hand cream that I'm using. It's the Charity Pot from Lush, and honestly it's made such a difference to my hands. You guys know that I have really dry skin, so this has been working wonders, and I use it in combination with my cotton gloves, and it looks really stupid and looks as if I pamper myself like a complete idiot, but it actually really works. So yes, that is my evening routine. Please like it if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below, and I will speak to you in my next one.